Education is the passport to the future, for tomorrow belongs to those who prepare for it today. Hey guys, welcome back. It's your Professor Javon M.H. Presbury. I'm back with another episode of Hey Professor, the show where we answer your questions about the healthcare industry, allied health, health services administration, etc., etc. I am, as I said before, your Professor Javon M.H. Presbury, if you know me in that regard. If you know me in any other regard, I'm still Javon M.H. Presbury too. I decided to do a video outside today because, one, the weather's great. Two, people keep asking me if I live in my car, which I don't. And three, look at that beautiful view of New York. No, wait, we're not doing that. I don't know nothing about copyrights. I don't know nothing about licensing music. I ain't doing that. We're not going down that route. Alicia Keys, please don't sue me. Anyway, so this is an episode I wanted to do for a little bit from the new series I mentioned the other day, which is going to be about what did my associate's degree do for me. So this is that episode, but again, the next one will be bachelor's, the next one will be master's, RHAA, basically going over what each of those things did for me and my career, and if that step might make sense for you. I thought about it because I had a conversation with one of my students the other day, and I realized that they had mentioned that, you know, it's really hard to kind of figure out where you want to go and what you want to do, but I kind of done a lot of things and I've gone a lot of places, so I figured I would kind of go over those things and what you can do just at each individual step. So as I've mentioned before, I got my associate's degree in 2011 in health information management. Very similar to health information technology. They're basically the same thing. And for people going for like allied health, it's very similar to that as well, though with a little bit more of a coding focus. So I really did that. I got out in 2011, like I said, and I used my associate's degree. The highest I got with that, the thing that my associate's degree allowed me to do that I would not have been able to do without it, my first job in the healthcare industry was at IOD, Information on Demand, which is a consulting firm. It's an excellent company. I believe now that they're called PsyOx. It really got my foot in the door. Now, it allowed me to command more of a presence, quote unquote, because I had a degree. It was an entry-level job, yes. I believe they were paying somewhere between $10 and $13 an hour. Again, remember, we're talking back in 2011, so I was able to kind of ask for that $13 an hour. I know you're gonna be like, woo, 13, you know, raise the roof. We can go to Red Lobster on that. No, but no, the reason I say that is because, like I said, I mean, if I didn't have it, I would have probably been in a position to really only ask for 10. So yes, it's not the biggest deal in the world, but there is a difference between 10 and 13. At least there was to me back in 2011. From there, I really went on to do medical coding. So, you know, having my associate's degree did allow me to jump into medical coding. Again, there's a little crossover there with my certifications, but we'll cover that in those episodes. Where my master's degree really capped off, and this is important because at any point in time, you know, people may or may not continue their education. Maybe you feel like only going for your associate's. Maybe you only feel like going for your bachelor's. Maybe you only feel like going for your master's, not your doctorate, whatever. You know, whatever works for you, you have to decide on your own. But the real reason for the series, like I said, is to kind of give you an idea of what you can do and where you'll possibly cap out. Again, grain of salt, everything's different for everyone, but that's how things worked out for me. So I capped out with my associate's degree. I was a health information manager and chief privacy officer for a rehab in Langhorne, PA. It was a small facility, 50 bed. It was my first foray into management, but it really kind of capped off there. Like, I could not go any further. I could not, let's say, take that degree any further and work in a larger or like an acute care organization where they would have required a bachelor's degree. So I did kind of hit the ceiling there. Now, as far as income goes, it wasn't bad. I mean, you're talking about an associate's degree, which is technically a 2-year degree. So I was making $75,000 a year, and then that was back in 2016, I want to say. So it took me a little bit to get there, but back in 2016, I was making about $75,000 a year, which was my cap. You know, obviously, if you stay longer, you get raises and things like that. But as I've said in the other channels, you'll know that raises are not really of any significance. So you're going to want to leave and, you know, go somewhere else if it's going to end up allowing you to command a higher income as you're getting in the door. So I've really capped out with my master's degree at about $75,000, which is not bad. Again, I had to make moves on my own, but that was my journey with it. So your journey may be different. Again, guys, I'm going to go over some other episodes. I'm going to go over what my bachelor's degree did for me, my CCS allowed me to do, my RHIT, my RHIA, etc. Again, this is Professor Presbury. Thank you for joining me, and I hope you enjoy the rest of this lovely day. Bye, guys. Intelligence is not enough. Intelligence plus character. That is the true goal of education.